Thank you very much. I'd also like to welcome everyone to the Eden 2020 Annual Conference closing session, and thank you all for having participated so well during these last few days. I'd also like to thank, as I'm sure you all would, Diana and her team, who've done an amazing, insanely great job of taking this conference online. It's proved it can be done, and it's setting the bar pretty high for any future events that come along afterwards. Saying which, I'd like to welcome you to or present, should I say, the next annual conference, the 2021 conference, which hopefully will be taking place at UNED in Madrid. And as I say, I really do hope that I will be welcoming you there and not have to be forced into following Diana's great footsteps these days. So for those of you who haven't been in Madrid before, I'm just going to share a very brief video with you so you can get a bit of a feel for what you have to look forward to there. So, as you can see, there's a lot of promise there for seeing some nice tourist opportunities there. Okay, so I'm now going to move on and give you a presentation of UNED. So UNED's a distance teaching university. We've been running for almost 50 years, 48 in fact, to be precise, and we've been an Eden member for over 25 years. So I'll give you a bit of a very brief presentation about us.
The UNED is the biggest public university in Spain, with some 200,000 students, close to 1,400 professors, more than 6,000 tutors, and 1,200 administration and services staff, who from the central office and associated centres strive on a daily basis to support the students' march towards the completion of their studies. The UNED is a long-distance university that is very much up to date in its use of new technologies applied to education, and this allows it to be a borderless university, the university of the future, where knowledge moves faster than any other moving thing, as can be read on the original crest.
So there you have it. I hope I've managed to to give you a bit of a taste and persuade you to please be there next year at the Eden 2021 conference in Madrid. I look forward to talking to you there. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to hand over to my colleague Antonio Teixeira to tell us about the Eden Research Workshop. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Tim. Good afternoon or good morning, depending, or good evening in some cases. It's a pleasure to be here at the closing session. And I would like first to congratulate Eden and in particular the Polytechnical University of Timisoara for this wonderful conference. It has been a great event, and I'm sure it is also setting a standard for future events of this sort. If you, my colleague Diana, could you kindly upload? Oh, exactly. Well, this is the presentation. Okay. Well, so I'm going to just give you a brief presentation on what is prepared for the next fall, for the next October. This is the 11th Eden Research Workshop that is planned to happen and will happen in Lisbon from the 27th to the 28th of October. Actually, it will start on the 26th. Next slide, please. Okay, so this gives you a kind of outlook of the evolution of this concept. The Eden Research Workshops are clearly the most solid, most interesting, and most, in this sense, also most prestigious research conferences in Europe in our field of open distance and network learning. And in this sense, this has been also a long history. The Lisbon Research Workshop is the 11th in the long row. Started in Prague at the start of the millennium, and has, as you can see here, also been organized in many other places around Europe, in many research centers and many research universities across Europe. Next slide, please. So this is the topic that we have selected for this year's research workshop: enhancing the human experience of learning with technology. These are the new challenges that we're going to focus upon. New challenge for research in digital, open distance, and network education. We are clearly focusing on what has been the experience that has been also changing the way the field thinks of the human experience of learning. When we actually started designing the event, it was prior to the coronavirus pandemic, and so we had already this clear idea that the human experience of learning was changing with technology, and this implied a lot of reflections and a lot of research that should be presented. Of course, with the impact of the coronavirus, this has upscaled, speeded up, and so we have now a tremendous amount of not only experience, but also of research that has been accumulating, of data that has been gathered, and we want to share it and to discuss it in Lisbon next fall. Next slide, please. Okay, as you know, of course, we are conditioned also with the evolution of the pandemic. These are just a small amount of the speakers and moderators that have already been selected, and these have confirmed, which means that even if we had to go online, they'll be there. But of course, there's no need for presentations, for introductions. Everyone is familiar with Tony Bates, with Alan Tate, and Terry Anderson. These will be, of course, not just the speakers, but the moderators of the research workshop. They will be actually the pivots around all the discussions going on in the event. Next slide, please. Okay, this is the venue. So on the top bottom, you have the headquarters of the Open University of Portugal. The Open University of Portugal is a founding member of Eden, and as you know, is the public university for distance education in Portugal. On the left, there is the picture of the museum of the Eastern Museum. This is the place, the venue where the conference will happen. Next slide, please. Well, this is also some pictures of the venue. As you can see, it is spacious. It has wonderful views over the Lisbon harbor. And of course, it has a museum included. And I can already promise that all the participants will have free access to the museum. It's one of the best collections of Eastern art in Europe. So it's really worthwhile. Now we're going to skip a moment to see two videos that my dear colleague Diana will be showing you. The first one is on the university and the second one on Lisbon and Portugal. Now the next video, please. It's on Lisbon and the Lisbon area, region. Now, Diana, for the final slide, please. Well, actually, this was not exactly the presentation that I have uploaded, but anyway, the idea here is to come to Lisbon in the fall, next fall, enjoy Lisbon in the fall. If we have the chance of actually being here together physically, that would be great. If not, on or offline, we'll be together. Online together or offline together. Thank you very much. This is the warm welcome and invitation of both the Open University of Portugal and the Laboratory for Education, Distance Learning and E-Learning of Portugal. Thank you very much. I hope that we can all meet here next fall. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Antonio. I hope we can be there as well. I really look forward to it. There's some great memories coming up seeing those videos. Okay, so lastly, but not leastly, I'd like to hand over to Sandra, the Eden president, for the closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't have such beautiful videos with me. I have only presentations. I'm sorry. but let me just share my screen. Let me see if I got it. Yes. Dear colleagues, dear friends, well, this is the third day of the Eden 2020 conference, and actually the closing session. I'm certain that you all enjoyed very much the time, virtual time we spent together. I think that we dared to be present online in, I would say, formal but also non-formal part with social events, and almost tasted everything the Polytechnical University Timișoara prepared during social events and the gala dinner. I think that coronavirus and pandemic, which brought to us new challenges, made us to move forward and to even be better, and to show that there's no borders, whether they are physical or online. And the number of participants, the number of delegates and countries are really, really high. And I can say that maybe we enabled those who will not be able to come physically to the conference to participate as well. And although I'm very sorry that we didn't go to the Timișoara, really nice city, I'm certain that we, by being online, enable a number of people to join and participate in this conference. Just to summarize, we had 44 paper presentations, 11 workshops, 14 posters and presentations, synergy session with 7 presentations, training session, 3 special sessions on micro-credentials, and workshop on Eden valuable partners from the Open University UK and ICDE. I'm sorry. So really, really rich conference in content. We had really great keynote speakers. I can say which of them were better, which of them brought more new perspectives and new overviews and the ideas how to deal with issues which we are facing today regarding the online and also the possibilities of use of artificial intelligence and similar issues. From what we heard today from European Commission, the new digital education agenda plan is coming out in September, and I think it's very important that we all participate in the survey and through our contribution enable that this agenda action plan has everything it's needed that we make our world, our countries and our education better for all of us. I'm very happy that we were able to present the Eden Fellow Award to Professor Radu Vasiu, President of Polytechnical University Timișoara. I'm happy that I know Radu and that I think it's very, very in good hands, this Fellow Award. Also, the Best Research Paper Award, which was granted to the colleagues from University of Torino, Cecilia, Marina and Sergio, with the research and paper very much in line with this year conference topic, I think is also in the right hands. And also a Young Scholar Award, which was granted to dear colleague Francesca Menduni from University Roma Tre, who is also the member of NAP steering committee, new NAP steering committee. I'm very happy that she has received this award. So we recognize the people, we recognize young people, we recognize young researchers, best scholars, we recognize good quality researchers and their papers, and we should encourage all of them to be even better and to prepare the new ideas, the new researchers, which will let us to be able to organize the lives and education in a way we want. And I'm very happy that in autumn we should go to Lisbon. I was there. It's a very nice city. We had Eden conference there. And I'm certain that the circumstances will allow us to be present there physically. But nevertheless, as I said, I think we have moved the borders between physical and online, and if it will not be able to be there physically, I'm certain that the online event will be as great as physical one. So please start already to prepare your papers, your researchers, to contribute to the Eden Research Workshop in Lisbon. And then the end, as already Tim has said, next annual conference, Eden annual conference, will be in Madrid with host UNED. We will celebrate there the Eden 30th annual conference, 30 years of Eden continuation and work. And we can show that today we are even stronger, even better, even more widely connected than before. And I think that our future is in our community, in our people who eagerly contribute and who are very happy to join and collaborate and make a difference. So let me conclude this conference by saying thank you to all of you for participation, for contribution, for being there. I wish to thank to all keynotes, all presenters, all speakers, all moderators. I wish to thank my dear colleague Diana and Radu and her team on really great technical support in organizing the virtual Eden Conference 2020. And also in the end, I would like to thank Andras Zuc, Secretary General of Eden, and Secretariat team on their effort, enthusiasm, and always eagerness to help and to organize the things in the best way. And now, in the end, I would like to give the floor to Diana to conclude as a host of this year Eden Conference and to say a few words. Diana, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sandra, for this, and thank you for everyone who made this possible. But before we give the thanks, some last-minute information, if I may. Because being a virtual and online conference, we can carry on a tiny bit more, and there are still information and things which we can do. So I will share my screen now just to briefly show you something. So as I said, there is this the forum where you can still post information and you can share discussion and projects and so on. And in the conference, I've seen that also the keynotes have been uploading their presentation and things like that. Probably some more will do it tonight, and we will go with Eden Secretariat and the UPT team to go over it. And because some of the presentation were sent to us, some were uploaded, and we'll try to make sure that all the information is in the UPT conference tool, so you will be able to have access to it and so on. And later on, the full papers, as we promised that they are going to be published and validated, will be submitted also for validation in by indexation on very large databases, are going to be also published. But the posters and the synergies will be here in the next week. Probably 1 or 2 weeks maximum. It's going to have all the information, and you will be notified by the Secretariat when we will be sure that everything what you need to know is also here. I would like to drag your attention to the Timișoara participant photo, which you can take with you. And just briefly, I will show it to you. So this is a Google SlideShare is the easiest one which you could do. You have here the guidelines on how to do it and where to put it. Even you can put your photo with your mask if that's what you want to do. Even that we didn't need to wear the mask now in this environment. And you will know step by step how to do this and how to use these beautiful badges which we prepared for you, and put your name here and so on. And at the end, to have something like this, which you can download, keep, share on social media, and use as your profile photo if you want. And as I said, we all wear now the Romanian blouse because it's the Romanian day. It's the Midsummer Day in Timișoara. And before I will close or something like that, and I will give the floor to the Eden Secretariat, I think, I will kindly ask, because we invited here more of our staff, so to open your videos, please. And so you can see a bit more at by photo and by image, those which help us. And I will try to thank first those which I kept saying are the two missing members from my UPT team, which is Timothy Reed and Alistair Freeman, who've been amazing technical chairs and support during the conference. We couldn't have made it without them, to be honest. So thank you very, very, very much from the whole UPT team. It was really amazing from this perspective. Then I would like to thank, first of all, the Eden Secretariat, the whole team, because they were there. So you come closer to the camera so we can all see the Eden team from there. So like this, we are sharing everybody's image so you can all see the faces behind the screens sometimes and behind the emails and so on. And Andras, you need to go lower something so to be able to see you all. And congratulations to the Eden Secretariat team. They are in the office.
Yes, yes.
Yes, you can open your mics, no problem. We don't have a cake, we don't have nothing. We celebrated last evening with cakes and with wine and so on, but this is everybody. So if everybody looks into the camera a tiny bit, I'll try to make a screen capture now, please. Hold on a second. Can you stay still? Yes, managed. This is a lovely photo. Thank you so much for this. So this is our organization photo. I need to say that I need to thank again the Eden Secretariat, as I said, the whole team. And then I will like to thank a lot the university and Radu and the rector and the support, because they gave us a tiny bit of free time and so on to be able to organize the conference. And then obviously my team, and I will start with Mugur. Say hello, Mugur, and then I will continue with Andrei, and then with Silvio, and then with Rafa, which has done the beautiful graphics which you can see. Then obviously with Vlad, who is also the new Eden NAP chair. He has to continue the work which I somehow done for Eden. And then the lovely social media team, which you can see there, which is Renata and Maria. Both of them in the same place. And also is Alex, who was the IT support also behind the UPT conference tool, but he's engaged now in other environments. And Camelia and Poliana, which also have to enroll students at this moment, so they cannot attend the celebratory meeting. Thank you very, very much. I always say you can be only as good as the team which you have. So thank you very, very much for this. You have all my gratitude for all the voluntary work which you've done for this conference and to build up the Eden community and to bring everybody virtually in Timișoara. So Sandra, team, this is me. Hopefully to see you sometimes face to face sometime.
Yes, thank you very much, Diana, and thanks to everybody who's participated. Well, I won't wish you a safe journey home because you're already there. Let's just hope you enjoy the rest of the day and you've enjoyed this conference. I look forward to hopefully meeting you face to face in future events. Goodbye and thank you very much.
Bye.
Goodbye, thank you. And please complete the evaluation form. We want to know what we've done good and what we haven't done good. You will receive it by email and it's also here. Goodbye to everybody. Enjoy the summer break.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.